Tonight, we're going to be moving northward into the rugged Appalachian Mountains, particularly the dense forests of West Virginia. Here, we just might encounter a white-furred cryptid, the Sheepsquatch. I've got some relatives, in-laws who live in West Virginia, but while they're always happy to yak it up about the infamous Mothman, they've remained silent on this beastie. So after I read about it online a while back, I had to dig into it myself to see what this paranormal oddity is all about. Here's what I found. While the name Sheepsquatch gained traction in the 1990s as the internet became a hotbed for all sorts of paranormal stories, tales of large, white, monstrous creatures in the region predate this moniker. Some accounts of the white thing reported along Morgan's Ridge, traversing Monongalia and Marion counties in West Virginia, may represent earlier iterations of the legend. One of the most detailed early accounts that you'll find many references to online comes from July 1929. As the tale goes, Frank Kozul, a coal miner taking a shortcut home through the woods on Morgan's Ridge, encountered a beast he described as dog-sized, with white hair, a bushy tail, and sharp, pointy teeth. The creature attacked him relentlessly, yet Kozul found himself miraculously unharmed when the assault ceased near a cemetery. Kozul's story, passed down by his daughter, aligns with other local white thing tales, describing a creature that might savage livestock, but leaves humans physically unscathed, though terrified. These early legends came at a time when there were burgeoning coal mining operations in the area, which drew immigrants like Kozul there. Maybe old world legends like werewolves got brought along for the ride. Interestingly, local lore also includes admissions from teenagers decades later that they had perpetuated the fear by banging on houses and shrieking in the night during the 1920s and 30s. Yes, it's those pesky teenagers again, always up to no good. Mystery solved. Maybe not. There's more than just teenage hijinks at play here. West Virginia folklorist Ruth Ann Musick included Sheepsquatch, White Thing, accounts in her 1965 folktale collection, The Telltale Lilac Bush, and other West Virginia ghost tales. Musick placed early sightings in Kanawha County. As I mentioned, it was the 1990s arrival of paranormal internet forums when there was a surge in reported Sheepsquatch encounters, solidifying its identity in modern cryptozoology. Sightings were frequently reported from Boone, Mason, Putnam, and Kanawha counties in West Virginia. The infamous TNT area near Point Pleasant, already notorious due to Mothman legends, also became associated with Sheepsquatch sightings. Why have just one cryptid when you can have two, right? Descriptions from this period and later tend to converge on several key features. Let's break them down, shall we? Sheepsquatch is typically depicted as a large, imposing creature, often compared to the size of a bear, standing anywhere from 6 to 9 feet tall when upright. It is covered in thick, shaggy, matted white fur, often described as resembling wool, although a few accounts mention it having a brownish to white fur. Perhaps its most distinguishing characteristics are horns, usually described as goat-like or ram-like, curving back from its head. It's said to have a long snout or face, formidable saber-like teeth or fangs, and forelimbs ending in dexterous paw-like hands, sometimes compared to those of a raccoon. Some accounts add a long, hairless tail similar to a possum's, and, of course, a pungent, sulfurous odor and the ubiquitous red eyes. The nature of Sheepsquatch encounters also seems to have evolved over time. Some reports, like Kozul's, say that while the encounter left them shaken, the creature did them no real harm and quickly fled from human contact. In one 1994 sighting, women driving through the TNT area saw it step out of the woods, freeze, and then bolt back in. That same year, a former Navy sailor reported seeing it kneel to drink from a creek before running off. Around the same time, 2 children in Boone County described startling a white bear-like creature that stood over 6 feet tall before crashing away through the underbrush, breaking branches as it went. However, reports from the mid-1990s onward suggest a shift towards more aggressive behavior. In 1995, a couple allegedly encountered Sheepsquatch squatting in a roadside ditch when the creature reportedly launched itself at their vehicle, nearly running them off the road and leaving scratches down the side. A particularly dramatic account from 1999 describes Sheepsquatch emerging from the darkness to snarl at campers, chasing them off, and then completely destroying their campsite. A 2015 report involved campers seeing the creature wade across a creek towards them with apparent murderous intent, only to be stopped and scared away by another unidentified guttural screech from the woods. So what might we make of this apparent escalation from elusive phantom to aggressive monster? It could imply a change in the creature's behavior, responding to environmental pressures, provided, of course, that it's a real critter. Alternatively, it might reflect an evolution in the storytelling itself, with the legend incorporating more frightening elements over time, perhaps influenced by popular horror tropes or other aggressive cryptid folklore. The increasing media and internet attention on cryptids could also shape how encounters are perceived, interpreted, and reported, emphasizing more clickbait-worthy monstrous aspects. Yes, I'm guilty of that myself. But as anyone who follows the paranormal knows, folklore is dynamic, and the Sheepsquatch legend seems to exemplify this potential for change. Well, let's take a moment here and consider how this creature fits within the framework of Appalachian folklore. Unlike creatures like Mothman, Sheepsquatch lacks a widely accepted, specific origin story, like mutation or extraterrestrial entities. Its genesis remains murky, with some saying it's a subspecies of cryptid ape, others say it's a mutated animal like a possum, or others prefer a more paranormal explanation, such as a skinwalker. Its connection to the broader category of Appalachian white things is frequently noted. These white things, or thangs as they say in Alabama, are themselves a varied lot, described as pale, ghostly, sometimes headless, fast-moving entities, often considered harbingers of death. Yet the name white thing is sometimes used as a catch-all for anything big, scary, and white in the region. This suggests, much like the Alabama white thing, that a ghostly whiteness combined with an element of fear might be a grouping mechanism in regional folklore, bundling different weird creature sightings under a shared umbrella. This makes disentangling the specific Sheepsquatch legend from other local tales of white apparitions challenging, and points towards a shared cultural framework for interpreting the unexplained in Appalachia. So what do you think this creature is, really? A strange subspecies of Sasquatch? A mutated possum or similar beast, maybe misidentified in the dark? A creature of the paranormal? A beast from another plane of existence crossing over into our world? Or just some rowdy teenagers playing pranks, or older folks telling tall tales to fool the gullible? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you've seen this creature or any other mysterious Appalachian white-furred creature, I'd love to hear the tale of it. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the weird and unusual. I always do.